Very nice high mix in his operatic styled voice. I know he could definitely do a belt, but that's really good. A very good covered sound. Maybe a little bit too covered, just in my opinion. But overall, really, really good.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me.
All right, so this is Marcelito Pomoy performing. This is uploaded in 2011, so it's definitely going back a number of years. Let's hear how he approaches this song. Sounds great. Like, I know that he hasn't had any formal training, so for him, it's not like there's gonna be a massive progression. I wasn't really expecting that. But yeah, he sounds really amazing, very much on pitch. It seems like he's just out playing, singing karaoke with his friends. That's what it looks like here. So it's actually really nice to hear his male belted vocal in like a song like The Prayer, where he's kind of playing both parts, the male part and the female part. He never really goes to that high male range of like belt. He more sings the female part and the male part separately. So I really like to see this type of approach where he's not, purely in head voice or purely in chest voice, and he's got like a belted mix right here. If you're interested in getting a free lesson with me, please check out the link right here. His voice really works on these songs that are written as duets, and he does a great job with them. And I really like how his vocal sounds with that harmony. I think that harmony is probably in the recorded track, but it's a well done harmony. Not every karaoke track is terrible. Some of them are actually really well made. Okay, so actually I hear some improvements in his female voice. It's ironic because a lot of the people that hear him perform more recently say that his female voice stands out much better than his male voice. Now I'm just using these terms, male voice, female voice, just to kind of create a distinction between the parts that he's playing. Not that obviously he has one voice, but that's kind of, he acts in two different parts within these songs. So definitely in his more recent performances, his female parts sound much better. Check out my subscription service where you get access to unreleased reaction videos that are uncut with no ads. Link in the description. He's extremely expressive with his hand. I think that as far as his performance level, his confidence in front of people has definitely improved, as we're gonna see in the next performance. Nice run there. It still catches me off guard every time he does those quick switches between the male and female part. And believe it or not, it's those middle notes. His top notes are right on pitch and released. It's those middle notes that actually need a little bit of work on the tuning. That was a crazy switch. That is not easy to do. You have to like readjust the whole instrument when you're switching from that type of male position to the female position. Overall, a really great performance. It's somebody who really started from zero and didn't have any formal training. So let's check out the next performance. This one is on America's Got Talent and far more recent.
Marcelito was orphaned, living on the street with no one to take care of him. So being there on that stage like a champion, now the world can see what I see. Yeah.
That's very sweet. You know, I can't imagine the difficulty he must have overcome, and to have built himself up to this point is really incredible.
I was alone for half of my life, but now I have my own family. Being a dad is the best job in the world. I've waited
That's so cute, so sweet.
for this moment. It's my chance to provide the great life for my family. Here we go. Half of the acts will be going home tonight, and I cannot be one of them.
I just love that guy.
Me too.
He's focused.
He's the sweetest guy, I swear.
All right, they're really good at building up the drama here. Beautiful. I mean, just already amazing. I'm not a huge fan of that backdrop. I think that it's kind of distracting, and I mean, it might be the quality of this video, but it makes it very hard for the camera to pick everything up clearly, and it makes him kind of pixely. I think it's partially this video, but I think they also could have done a little bit of a better job finding a less distracting backdrop. I love how his entire composure changes. And this is really interesting for you guys that are learning how to sing. When we're watching a singer, we're kind of trying to approach singing in a similar way to our favorite artist. Taking on some of the mannerisms and the kind of things that they do can sometimes help you get into character and sound more like the artist you're trying to imitate. This is not to say that anybody should be imitating anyone to sound exactly like them, but it can definitely help you to start taking on some of the style aspects that they may have in their voice. I think that that's what Marcelito's doing here. Very nice high mix in his operatic styled voice. I know he could definitely do a belt, but That's really good. A very good covered sound. Maybe a little bit too covered, just in my opinion. But overall, really, really good. And he's flipping back and forth between the male and female parts seamlessly. There's no mix-ups. I remember watching him do one on the Ellen show, and there you could see he was having a little difficulty switching between the two voices, but here it's done expertly. Wow. That's a very covered head voice sound. That's not easy for a male to do. A lot of male singers would go much more bright to hit those higher notes, but there he's doing that with a very covered sound, which is incredible. That was much more balanced, not as dark as he did the first time. That I really liked. That was a beautiful operatic high note. And you'll notice on that top note, he had to widen a little bit. So if you notice his embouchure of his mouth, meaning the opening of his mouth, widens a little bit. He does a little bit of a smile because you wouldn't be able to hit that note if you were keeping your mouth as rounded as it was before. I love that guy's reaction. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's good. You see it once, it's like super crazy to see a male be able to do both male and female parts. But now that we know he can do it, it's not as, I mean, it's still incredible, but it's not as surprising. It's not like that element of like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. It loses that unexpectedness, but he definitely has an incredible voice. My one worry is that you don't want to fall into that one trick pony type of thing where it's like, okay, great, you wowed America, everybody was really into it, and now like, okay, but how do you keep doing that on a regular basis? Like once you lose that wow factor, can you get songs that are gonna get people listening over and over and over again? That's, I think, the key is, that's that X factor, is writing songs yourselves or hiring people that are gonna write songs that suit your style, suit your singing, and suit your audience to really keep that impressiveness going. So that's where I wonder where Marcelito will go from here.
Okay, I gotta say that I believe that you have the best shot of winning this whole thing.
Wow.
I really do. You know, this is the semifinals. You raised your game. The woman in you was just as good as she was the last time, but you as the man, you went up a notch, and she tried to stay up with you, but she couldn't.
I love how he's describing him as a split personality. I somewhat agree with him that his male focus, like the focus on the male voice, has actually increased his ability to sing in that style, in that kind of like heaviness.
Alicia!
Absolutely brilliant song choice. It really enabled you to shine. You
know that's me judging right now, too. Hear my laugh?
Ignore him. I just love everything about you, Marcelito. So good luck for tonight. It was a fabulous performance. Well done.
Heidi!
Marcelito, I've been waiting all day for you to come onto the stage. For me, you are my favorite. I mean, it just blows my mind.
So lots and lots of compliments. You can see the people backstage, they're like, oh, I want those types of compliments. But yeah, definitely a lot of compliments. You did an incredible job here.
Simon. Marcelito, there is no denying you have a very unique, incredible, special talent. So if you make the final, I think you've got to take a bigger risk, because now the surprise is now over. But I do believe that with the gift.
I love how they think Simon is like critiquing him. And I feel like this is somewhat what I get on YouTube, is that sometimes the audience thinks that you're hating on somebody just because you're giving him advice. He's giving him advice. He's telling him what he should be doing. I don't think Simon should be booed for telling him, you know what, it'd be a smart idea to do X. I kind of know how this show goes. It would be a good idea for you to continue in this way. You're definitely going to improve. So that's, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But apparently everybody's booing him.
Like you've got a massive career in front of you. I really, really do. Give it up!
Yeah, I could definitely see how he could have a massive career if he finds a way to make this sustainable. That's the key, because there's only so long that you can wow people with that element of male, female, doing both sides. At a certain point, you kind of have to just do your thing and do it well with like your own original songs that are going to really keep people locked in and fans for a long time. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button down below. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more of these videos, check out this one. You're gonna like it also.